Today we're sailing to a whole new world in GreedFall. The game takes place on a recently colonized island called Tier 4D. You assume the role of Desarde, and together with your cousin Constantine, you sail over to Tier 4D in hopes of finding a cure for the sickness ravaging your homeland. Everyone needs your help, of course, and how you finish these quests determines your standing, suspicious, nice, or friendly, with the different factions as well as your companions. There are a total of 6 factions, including your own, and maintaining a balance between them is challenging. Your companions each hail from the other 5 factions. They have loyalty quests that are dispersed throughout the game and are unlocked once you've progressed past a certain point in the main quest. I found each one unique to the companion's background. They're all well written and quite enjoyable. Completing these tasks help improve your relationship with them and allows you to flesh out their characters. While the main plot is not imaginative, cure a disease, make peace between the natives and newcomers, save the world, the way in which the story is woven will keep you on the edge of your seat. There are different outcomes depending on how you solve the in-game problems, engage with each faction, and conclude the main quest line. If you haven't completed all of one leader's requests, they won't join in the final battle. If you make a decision they don't like, they will throw shade at you the next time you speak with them. You're not confined to a specific class, so you can play around with different talents and companion combinations. There were some areas I was not able to fully explore because I didn't level certain abilities enough. I played on normal difficulty, but there were about 3 times I changed the settings to easy because I was getting my ass kicked. This only happened early on in the game before I grasped the combat mechanics, so the learning curve for this game is just right. There are a few puzzles, but they aren't too challenging as the game provides you with all the clues you need to solve them. At no point during GreedFall did I grow tired of running around completing quests. None are redundant and most serve a purpose in the overall story. In fact, I wouldn't have minded a few more quests because the quality and length of each one is well balanced. That said, there were a couple of mini fetch quests I left incomplete. These, I felt, were added in just for filler as they are unnecessary to plot progression. I put in around 60 hours, but it didn't feel like it. The graphic quality is decent, but could be much better. I experienced a few glitches, like my companions floating in the air. There are some frame rate issues during dialogue cutscenes, or sometimes my character would go into slow-mo. The wild areas are repetitive, having the same plant life and look, just with a different road layout. The music is generic, and most of the time I paid it no attention. As with design layouts, I expected musical differences amongst the cities, but the themes are the same. The background volume was inconsistent as well, as it would randomly become fairly loud during dialogue. Sometimes the dialogue would cut out altogether before a character finished speaking. The controls are kinda clunky and hard to grasp, especially during combat. You target whichever enemy your character is facing, regardless of how you have the camera angled. You can only attack one enemy at a time, unless using an ability that has a radius effect, and it becomes difficult to know which enemy you're attacking if you're surrounded. Hotkeys for abilities and potions are customizable, and there are plenty of spaces for your needs. There's also a combat pause button for you to line up attacks and collect your thoughts. There is an autosave feature, but you can also manually save at any time outside of battle. Fast travel is a thing, but you can't travel from just anywhere. You'll need to find a travel point at a native site, campsite, or on the edges of the area map. There's a lot going on in the menu, but it's laid out nicely and easy to scroll through. My only qualms with this menu are the leveling screen and your bag. When leveling up your skills, it's really hard to move the cursor onto the tiny circles. In order to see what items you have, you must first go to the gear screen and then select your bag. For these reasons, I give GreedFall an 8 out of 10. It's a game with an engaging story and unique characters. I enjoyed learning about each of my companions and the different cultures within this well-developed world. While it falls short on technicalities, the plot and subplots outweigh all of my grievances with this game. If you're looking for a captivating story with complicated politics, look no further. For a more in-depth review, please visit our blog using the link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Until next time, this is Squeegee with 5-Minute Reviews.